In this video, we're going to walk through how to use the Power Query Editor to split columns. So let's get started. So in this case, the Excel file we're working with is looking at bike sales by city and state. So here we have the sales amount, the type of bike, whether it was a road bike, mountain bike, electric bike, and then we have sales for January through December. And then in column A here, we have the destination column, and this is combining country, state, and city all onto a single column. And so if we load this into Power BI as it is, it's going to look something like this here matrix, where we get each country, state, and city all on a single line, but it gets a little bit repetitive. And if we instead break this column out into country, state, and city, we could have a hierarchy and drill through and get a lot more functionality out of our data. So we're going to open up the Power Query Editor and walk through the data transformations that we need to make in order to split these columns apart. And so what we're going to want to do is select the column that we want to split, and then we're going to go to the Home tab on the ribbon and go to Split Column. And here we have the option to split by delimiter, split by number of characters, by position. And since we have a delimiter here being the colon that separates out country from state from city, we'll select that option to do by delimiter. Yep. And now we want to specify the delimiter that we're using. So here Power BI is assuming we want to use the colon, which is correct. If we say split at leftmost delimiter, what it's going to do is it's going to find the first colon, and it's going to split the column into two separate columns. So in this case, the first column would show USA, and then the second column would show Minnesota, Minneapolis. If we did rightmost delimiter, it would instead look at it would start on the right-hand side and find the first instance of a colon and split the column that way. So we would have USA, Minnesota as the first column, and then the second column would be Minneapolis. And if we select split at each occurrence of the delimiter, Power BI is going to go through and find each colon and create a separate column for each one. So in this case, if we do each occurrence, we'll get three separate columns for country, state, and city. So in this case, we use each occurrence and click OK. And now you'll see that we have three separate columns. So then we can just go in, do a double click, and rename these so we can double click these guys. And now with that, we should be good to close and apply. And now this is going to break our visual, and that's because our matrix here is looking for a column called destination, which no longer exists. So we're just going to update the matrix to show our new separate columns now. Okay, so we're going to click on our visual, go to the fields section. We can take out our column that no longer exists, and instead we can replace it with, start with country, then state, and then city. And so now we have the option to drill into each of these fields and get a breakout by country, state, and city. So anyways, hope this video helps you understand how to split columns and use your new columns in a hierarchy.